What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, I thought I would go over 3 of the best places passport bros can go this summer if you are interested in looking for them snow bunnies. So let's go ahead and get on into this video. And the reason this came to the top of my mind is because I'm actually going to be traveling here fairly soon for business reasons, which you guys probably don't care about. And so I was thinking about what places would be interesting and or intriguing for some of you guys to check out, especially right now because the weather is nice in most of these places, and I wanted it to branch out a little bit from the most common destinations. So with all that said, these aren't gonna be places for the typical passport bro, weekend warrior kind of thing. If you want to have dating success in these places, you're probably going to have to learn a little bit of the local language. You'll probably be better off having some sort of route, so not being a weekend warrior, oh, I'm here for a week kind of tourist thing. Obviously, you could lie about that, although I do not recommend lying, and I think you are kind of a pussy if you do lie, to be brutally honest. But I am not one to make judgments on how you live your life if you're not physically harming someone for the most part. So with all that said, if dating is your main thing, these are some places that you may want to check out if you are going for kind of like a scouting trip. But if dating isn't your main thing, then these are places that you'll just have a great time in. You'll experience different foods, different cultures. There's a lot of sights to see. And so with all that said, let's go ahead and get into this. The first place is going to be a place I've talked about pretty extensively on this channel, and that is going to be Warsaw in Poland. Warsaw is a great city, vibrant nightlife, good food, relatively affordable compared to most other Western countries. There's going to be a sizable Ukrainian, Belarusian, and other various random European populations in Warsaw as well, because it's an extremely popular place. And obviously, there have been some world events that have shifted some more of the population from Ukraine, Russia, and those areas further west to Poland. In general, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than other places like Krakow, and certainly more expensive than a place like Ukraine. And keep in mind the things that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. It's not going to be the best for weekend warrior kind of thing. Also, there is a way for United States citizens to stay in Poland long term through the unilateral visa agreement between the United States and Poland. So you don't have to play the whole Schengen 90 days and then you have to be gone 90 days kind of thing. Just a little bonus tip for you guys. Second on this list could easily be Lithuania, but I've talked about it so much that I'm going to go with a completely different destination, and that is going to be Prague. So Prague, similar to Warsaw in the fact that it has great nightlife, not going to be the cheapest, but it's still going to be extremely affordable. The food is decent, although I probably prefer the Polish food, to be honest. But there is a ton of variety in Prague. There's a lot of Vietnamese food. There's a lot of Asian food in general. And in general, I just think Prague is a great and fun city. It's also going to share some other similarities in Warsaw when it comes to the dating scene, in the sense that it is more Western than Eastern European kind of vibes. And the economies are a little bit more prosperous, or should I say the local economies are a little bit more prosperous in Warsaw and Prague than other places. Not that it's a good or a bad thing, but just something you should know. It's not going to be like going to a place like Moldova or Ukraine or Belarus or any of the Baltic states. Speaking of all those places, as a group, they would probably be number 3. So Moldova and the Baltic states, I wouldn't do Ukraine or Belarus, so I should amend what I just said. But all of those places are going to be good options. And obviously, they're all vastly different countries. Moldova's in the south, Baltic states are in the north. They're going to look different, But in general, you can't go wrong. I would say that the Baltic states more developed than Moldova, but some people like the grittier feel of Moldova. For instance, Budapest used to be like the grittier version of Prague, and that's why it popped off the map. And so if you want more of a grittier feel, then Moldova, and if you don't want that grittier feel, then you can go to the Baltic states, which are also going to be a little bit more expensive as well because they have a little bit more developed economy and other factors as well. And other factors like EU association as well. And also I would say that Prague and Warsaw, probably the highest levels of English. And so you might have noticed that all these places are in the same geographical region. And why is that? That is because on average, there are going to be very attractive women here, but also the cost of living is going to be extremely affordable and it is going to be safe. And I touch on this because earlier in the video, I kind of gave you a little hint that if you are going to seriously be in these places for dating, you're going to need long-term roots. And so you're going to need to establish that long-term lifestyle. And so for many of you, cost of living and safety are going to be factors in there. There are obviously other places that could have made this list. I would put Greece up there. Italy would be another one. But in general, I would say these areas have more attractive women, with the exception that Greece has extremely beautiful women, and it is highly slept on. But let's keep that between you and I. So thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like this video to help me out with the algorithm. Drop a comment. Let me know where you would like to go this summer, if you're going anywhere this summer. And as always, peace, much love.